The final group stage match for the London Sevens is just about upon us. Spain taking on the Samoans. Now, Samoa have been phenomenal throughout their first two matches. Spain, they are yet to get themselves a victory, but the last time that these two sides met on the Sevens field, it was the Spanish who were able to get themselves the victory, which makes this one more intriguing and cannot wait to see it take place. But in this preview, we will be looking through at the previous fixtures, key players for both of these sides, and then at the end, a prediction of how we think this match will end up going. But first of all, for the Spanish, their previous two games, they lost to Australia 33 points to 12. They didn't quite find their feet in that game, and the Aussies, they just seem to be a lot more clinical in that contest compared to the Spanish. And then their next game, it was up against France. They did lose 35 points to 21, but to score 21 against France, I would say Spain would take that as a mini victory. Unfortunately for them now, though, they have no way of making it through to the quarterfinals. So this game more about playing for pride, seeing how well they can go up against the Manu Samoans, who did get themselves the victory over France in their first game. 28 points to 21, a very strong victory, or what it looked like up until there were a couple little hiccups near the end of the contest. France almost made it a draw, but the Samoans hung on, and they did walk away with their first W in London. Then their second game was up against Australia. And the last time that those two sides met, Australia won it by about 20 points. That was not the case for this contest. Samoa winning it 24 points to 14, victorious over what I would call a little bit of a rival. At the moment, those two sides, they just seem to butt heads a little bit, but then overall, they do put on some very good games of rugby. Looking through at key players, last game's try scorers, it was Va'a Apilo-Maliko, who was once again able to get himself two. He is in a race to see who can get the most for the season out of him or Marcos Maneta. They are currently pretty head-to-head. Maneta's got himself two extra than Va'a Apilo-Maliko, and it seems like both teams are in on it because they are also giving those chances to those players. So it will be interesting to see how that ends up finishing. And also scoring for the Samoans, it was Malani Matavao, and he didn't just score once, he scored twice. So the co-captain's having a very good run in that last contest. Managed to get 2 out of the 4 conversions, which will be a little bit concerning for Samoa in a few of those closer games. But overall, a very good performance from him. And then the last player to watch out for, I would say Balvas Afasua, the other co-captain, because in this next game, if the trend continues, he more than likely will score himself a try. That just seems to be the way that it's been going for the Samoans. Then for Spain, they have got some very talented players scattered throughout their side. In their last game, it was Jamie Manteca who was able to get himself the first try of the match. Manuel Sainz-Tropaga, he scored in the 13th minute, and then Jamie Mata scored the final try of the contest. I have to say that extra size that Sainz-Tropaga does have comes in very handy for the Spanish. I believe they will be able to use that to their advantage. This game up against Samoa. Another player to watch out for, Manu Moreno. Always classy and always in the hunt to try and get himself over the line. But now we do look at the prediction side of things. I'm very good at getting predictions wrong, as you guys know. But this game, I feel with the way that Samoa have played in their first 2 games, it would be extremely disappointing to see them not walk away with a victory here. That's not saying Spain can't do it, though, because they beat them by about 23 last week. This game, I'm going to say Samoa win it relatively comfortably. I'll say they win it 33 points to 12. I think Malani Matavao is going to have a good day off the kicking tee. And I think that they will be just a little bit too strong for the Spanish in this contest. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in to this short preview. We will be live for the matchup on the channel, so be sure to check that out as well. But if you are new, sure leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all for the next one.